You must not marry in the church. If that their rules and regulation is too much for you, just do your child marriage, go to court, sign your papers, and move on. Hello everyone, and welcome back to my channel. If you're seeing my face for the very first time, hi, welcome. My name is Adora and you're watching Life with Adabekee. Please don't forget to like this video, subscribe, share, all that good stuff. And I know if you're a returner, you're like, what is she doing? Where is she? What's going on? Yes, I decided to do something a little bit different today. I want to, discuss with you guys. I'm actually on my way to school, so I want to kind of like start this new series where I just banter with you guys as I'm driving to school, every once in a while, because sometimes things will be happening and I want to talk about it, but the formal sit down way will not really allow us to talk about it very well. But this car series, it means that you're going to see me as I'm driving to school. Today I'm looking fine. It's because I have an husky. Don't expect to see me looking this cute, but we're going to maybe lighting won't always be that great. There might be sound and all that stuff, but like it's just banter. Like this is for pure banter, okay? So like today's video the specific topic is because something was trending on Twitter. I'll put what it was. I'll put the tweet right here. And the girl was saying how one of her friends is getting married, but the friend is pregnant, and the church will not allow them wed because she's pregnant. So the church won't let her wed because she's pregnant, and they are considering aborting the baby. So this is not a video about abortion. I might share my views on abortion at a later time. This is a video about purity, the purity culture of the church and all of that. Because I guess the whole reason why the church has this is so that people will not commit premarital sex. But this kind of consequences is very much a now who they catch be thief kind of situation. Because there are people who are having premarital sex, they just did not get pregnant, and you are marrying them. So it's the person that got pregnant that you will not catch. That's number one. Number two, I feel is a pure violation of privacy. As a healthcare worker, we work with HIPAA. So why is the church doing pregnancy tests for you? I feel that's rubbish. Like, why is the church doing pregnancy tests on its members? I feel that's a gross violation of their medical rights. But this is Nigeria. This was a Nigeria situation, and Nigeria, they don't take all these things too seriously sometimes. So for me, I don't feel like you need to do a pregnancy test for anyone, really. Like, I feel like maybe unless maybe you're doing a job whereby being pregnant might hamper, might be unsafe for the baby and the mom or something like that, nobody should be conducting pregnancy tests on people willy-nilly. I don't feel that's right. Another thing is the church. Sometimes I feel they make certain kind of rules that puts its members into a complicated situation. Please don't mind this one. But I find that the church sometimes will make rules that puts its members in a bind, right? Okay, you're making these rules so that people won't commit premarital sex, so that people won't have sex outside of being married, right? But what does that end up causing? It ends up causing a situation whereby the members, in order to fit in order to remain a part of the church, in order not to be excommunicated or to be gossiped about, you're considering abortion, which is technically also against the rule of the church. So you've put people in between, what they call it, the devil and the deep blue sea kind of vibes. People are now they're really in a bind, they're really in a tough fix, and they don't know what to do. Me personally, church wedding is not by force. You must not marry in the church. You must not marry in the church. If that their rules and regulation is too much for you, just do your child marriage, go to court, sign your papers, and move on. Like, I don't think you should abort a pregnancy that you don't want to abort just so that you can fit in with a religious organization. I think that's utter rubbish. It's utter nonsense, personally. Like, it doesn't make sense, especially if that's not what you want to do. If it's just so that, what will people say, what will people say, people will still talk. If they find out that you did that abortion, they will still use you and gossip. So might as well, like, live your life, do what you need to do. Church wedding is not by force. There's no place where they say that you must get married in the church. Additionally, I know some people were like, why would the church do that? Let me tell you something. When it comes to religious organizations, you don't have to be there. I think sometimes, like, because really, when it comes to religions, unless they are imposing their religious beliefs on everybody, unless you want to impose your religious beliefs on people who don't practice that thing. If you as a person decides to be a member of a particular church, you have now decided that any wahala they are bringing, you are part and parcel of it. It's kind of up to you whether you want to remain in that organization or not. And if you're an adult, you don't have to stay in a place that you don't agree with. If you see that these rules that this church has, okay, about pregnancy or about virginity, there are some that even do stupid virginity testing. I think virginity testing is a gross human rights violation and it should not be carried out. But when it comes to religious organizations, you can't really get them to be sensible sometimes, unless it's like maybe a situation where you can't really address human rights violations with religious organizations unless maybe they're doing it on minors or something. But once you're an adult, you agreed with your head for them to be checking your vagina to see whether you've had sex or not. That one, or you're for you. But I think when it comes to religious organizations, like, it's really up to you as the adult to say, I'm not going to take this. I'm not going to be a part of people who this is their core belief. And if you decide to be a part of it, you have to do what they say. You have to kind of like go along with what they're saying. But overall, that's kind of my opinion on this whole pregnancy testing. It doesn't make sense. I don't agree with it. But as is the church's rules, if you want to still be a member of that church, I don't know, maybe you say you want to get abort the pregnancy, but it's not by force to marry in the church. And I think they say some churches do blessing. They will bless the matrimony or whatever instead. That's the church's business. But if you decide that you don't want to be a part of that, like, you can very well not be a part of that, okay? That's what I think. Thank you guys for joining me in this I think I'm going to call it car insights. We're going to call it car insights, because I'm just going to be dropping my opinions every once in a while on my drive to school, so that you drive to school with me, drive to med school with me, or drive to just drive with me, sha. But I'm going to be dropping my insights every once in a while. But don't forget to like this video, comment, share, all that good stuff, and I'll see you the next time you see me, whether it's in a regular video or in one of my drive with me videos. But I don't reach. Okay, bye.